It's a deluge here in Philadelphia as we welcome you to the Lincoln Financial Field, as the Eagles take on the Seahawks. Murray gets set to kick it away. He kicks it high and long. Hobbs fields it at the 7.
Be patient out there. When you see an opportunity, that's when you attack. But don't force it.
He didn't get back to the line.
Well, those defenders get paid too, and every once in a while they win the battle. Clearly that time they were all over this offensive line.
The catch is made. Jackson picked up 6 with that grab. And third down, 7 yards to go. At the 40. And that will definitely be enough for the first down.
Yeah, you're not kidding. They can't keep giving up those big chunks of yardage like that. They do, it's going to be awfully tough to stop this offense.
He's looking over the top. Brings in the long ball.
And the worst part was you could see the defender thought he had him covered at one time, but there's just no match for that kind of speed.
Hand off. Big opening to the left.
One thing these guys cannot do is give up on this running game. If they do and become one-dimensional, it makes it awfully easy on the defense.
Passes to the end zone.
You know, and sometimes that happens. The quarterback put it in a spot where only he could catch it. The problem was the ball was just a little off target.
Takes it right. He has room to run. He's got it. Touchdown.
Oh, this offensive coordinator's getting a little sneaky out there. Everybody in the stadium's thinking pass. He drops a little run on him, and he sticks it in for the touchdown.
Point after is good. Akers looks ready to send it deep. It's a long, high kick. Forsett will get it at the 6.
Now it's their turn to do something on offense. Down by a touchdown early, but these guys have the kind of offense, as we well know, that they can score at any time.
It's 1st and 10. White goes down after a gain of 2. They're looking now at 2nd and 8. Carlson picks up about maybe 4 yards with the catch. 3rd down and 4 coming up right here. And he breaks it for a big gain and the 1st down.
Yes, sir. He really found a nice hole, was able to exploit it for a good gain. They're going to have to do a better job getting in those running lanes if they're going to stop him consistently.
And it will come back. Penalty on the offense.
One thing we've learned about this defense, it's hard enough to move the football against them. You cannot help them with these penalties.
Look out, heavy pressure on him. Misses the receiver, and it's incomplete. Number 84 was the intended receiver on the play.
quarterback's going to have to start changing up his snap count a little bit, because right now we're seeing this defensive line getting off the ball faster than the offensive line. If he doesn't start changing it up, it's going to be a tough afternoon for him.
And the pass is incomplete. Butler was his intended target. Jackson will be the return man. Fields it at the 29. He's brought down at the 30. First down, 10 to go. The catch is made. That's a 2-yard gain.
And that play is really all about the closing speed on defense. They'll let you have the completion, but then they close quickly and make a play. This is a spot when you want to show the defense they have to respect your running game.
Ball on the 36-yard line. And he is drilled. What a hit. And they'll be well short of the first down. Forsett is the deep man awaiting the return. Fields it at the 22.
A smart coach would call this one.
Good run plays always start with the blocking up front, but it also takes a back with vision to be able to find the holes. Good job there.
Under heavy pressure. It is an incomplete pass. Butler was the intended receiver.
Yeah, great throw, but maybe even a better read. He understood by watching what the defense did after the snap of the football exactly where to go with that ball. Well, any successful running attack requires good blocking up front, and we just saw it there.
This is a 2nd and 3 yards to go situation. Passes to the end zone. The catch is made. Touchdown, Seattle. Hobbs might have been injured on that one. The extra point to tie this game up. Mare ties it up with the point after. It's a long, high kick. Harris from his own 4. They forced a 3 and out on the offense's last possession.
Spread the ball around and make sure the defense knows that they have to cover every receiver.
It's 1st and 10. Right through his hands. He almost had the pick. So he pays for his aggressiveness with an interference penalty.
And remember this, that every eligible receiver has one official assigned to watch him at all times. So it's going to be very difficult to get away with anything like that.
The catch is made.
And what do you do when you're trying to cover a guy with that kind of speed? You have to back off of him. You have to respect his speed, and then he can do just about anything to you. Well, you get down here, and those holes get smaller and smaller. Nowhere to go that time.
McCoy gets 3 yards on the carry.
Look for your guy in the corner of the end zone and let it rip.
Now we have a first down and 10 to go. Put some air under it. Finds the tight end for a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
You better kick it here.
And the point after is good. Akers gets set to kick it away. He kicks it high and long. Forsett will take off from the 8, pushing forward.
Down one score, you know the offense has their eyes set on trying to put some points on the board with this one.
Give this defense a shot.
At the 40.
Nice job by the quarterback that time, recognizing the corner blitz, getting the ball out of there, and picking up the first down.
Ball on the 46-yard line. He's got room on the right side. Leg still churning. Oh! Watch out! To the 10. Brought down near the goal line.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him get an airline endorsement sometime soon because he was flying on that one.
First and goal. Passes to the end zone.
Not a perfectly timed throw that time. Held on to it just a little too long and led the receiver out of bounds.
He didn't get back to the line.
Yeah, not anything at all. And as a running back, you're probably going back to the huddle going, guys, a little help, please?
Here comes the heat.
The key to playing defense is getting good penetration. If you can make that quarterback move around sometimes, even if you don't get to him like they did on that play, you can still disrupt an offense.
And the kick is good. Murray looks ready to send it deep. He got all of this one, a high, deep kick. Hobbs will get it at the 6. They couldn't stop them from getting into the end zone the last time out.
Running the ball consistently, obviously, is the first step in creating a truly balanced attack.
2nd and 6 yards to go. Running out of time.
The key to playing defense is getting good penetration. If you can make that quarterback move around sometimes, even if you don't get to him like they did on that play, you can still disrupt an offense.
Scan the defense quickly here. If nothing's open downfield, get rid of it by passing it to one of your backs.
Tip pass, and it's incomplete.
Well, there's no question the rain was definitely a factor in that drop. You could just tell by his body language he couldn't believe that one slipped through his hands.
Takes it right. He has room to run.
You have to keep the defense honest by mixing those runs and passes.
We've got a 3rd and long here. They're going deep. Brings in the long bomb.
Quarterback blitzes are dangerous for both the offense and the defense. Obviously, when you're sending one of the defenders out of your secondary, you could give up a big play. But offensively, sometimes those quarterbacks don't see it coming, and they get hit hard.
We've played a quarter. The score is 14-10. McCoy picks up about 7 yards on the run. He's got room on the right side.
I know it takes patience, but you have to keep running the football at the defense. Sooner or later, they'll be able to break one for a big gain.
3rd and 1 coming up on this play.
And when you keep converting those first downs, not only does it give your offense momentum, but that defense loves sitting over on the bench and getting some rest. So important as a coach to establish that running game and use it as a weapon that keeps that defense off guard.
2nd and goal now. Jump ball in the end zone. Nearly picked off. He should have had that one.
I'm not sure if the defender didn't get a little case of the alligator arms there. Maybe he was thinking he was going to get hit and just couldn't come up with a catch.
That certainly didn't work out as hoped.
You better kick it here.
And he makes it. Akers gets set to kick it away. It's a long, high kick. Forsett gets the ball at the 7.
This defense looks good.
Tip pass, and it's incomplete. Number 84 was the intended receiver on the play.
Call this defense here.
In the first half, still plenty of time to be patient with the running game, but if you don't start having better success than that, it's really going to start putting pressure on you to throw the football.
They're going deep. Hobbs picks it off.
And there's no question they were sitting on that one. That is one of the bread and butter pass plays of this offense. They've been working against it all week, and that was a special little trick there that came up with the interception. When you have a good balance of run and pass plays, it just seems to put so much pressure on the defense, they just don't know what to focus on.
He just gave his team a huge lift with that carry.
I agree. It looks like the defense is a little tired out there. Whatever the case, they're having a tough time now stopping the run.
Look out, heavy pressure on him. Passes it downfield. The catch is made.
Use some motion to throw off the defense. Don't let them get too comfortable.
It's 1st and 10. He's got room off the left side.
Boy, if you can get that block on the edge out there, when you have a guy with this kind of speed and quickness, it just makes that play so much easier. And defensive coordinators go crazy. That's the one thing any defense should be able to do is contain the outside pitch.
To the 20. They continue to get first downs by running the ball.
And as a play caller, when you see a successful running play like that, it makes you a little more confident to call it the next time.
Going for the end zone. The catch is made, and they'll score.
Jay Cutler continues to add to his already very impressive resume with yet another touchdown pass.
Akers is good on the point after. He kicks it high and long. For set from deep in his own territory at the 6.
Give this defense a shot.
It's tipped away. Great defense. Branch was his intended target.
This is a good defense to call.
White gains around 6 yards on the run. On the play. And he is shut down for a minimal gain, brings up 4th down. Jackson is back deep to return.
Be aware of the pressure here. If you feel the heat, you got to make quick decisions. Just make sure they're good ones.
Caught out of bounds, incomplete. McCoy was the intended receiver.
Well, that's something receivers work on all the time, dragging that back toe, just unable to do it that time. You have to keep the defense honest by mixing those runs and passes.
Punt it away.
For set is the return man. Signals for the fair catch.
Give this one a shot.
Under heavy pressure.
There's really no better feeling as an offense, especially for the quarterback position, than to take advantage when the defense is trying to blitz you. They're trying to make you nervous, and you just made them pay. You know, one of the dangers of blitzing is that if you can break that first line of the defense, now you just don't have the pursuit in behind it to stop the run.
The catch is made.
That's the kind of ability Matt Hasselbeck has. Very patient, but has big play capability.
It's 1st and 10. He didn't get back to the line.
And it looked like this defensive line just beat him off the snap. Sometimes those guys can time out the quarterback's cadence. And if the quarterback doesn't start changing that snap count, his offensive line is going to really struggle.
He plays it safe and throws it away. 3rd down coming up after that incompletion. Fakes. Watch out, he's looking long. The pass is tipped away. Butler was the intended receiver on the play.
Call this defense here.
Jackson is back deep to return the punt. Through the end zone for a touchback.
Be aware of the pressure here. If you feel the heat, you got to make quick decisions. Just make sure they're good ones.
Selleck gains 7 yards with the catch.
Get him thinking pass, and then surprise him with a draw play.
This is a 2nd and 3 yards to go situation.
The defense is trying to shut down the running game early to force them to pass. We'll see if it works or whether or not they'll stay with it later in the game.
Here comes the heat.
Well, the whole point of play action is to try and suck those linebackers up so you can throw it in behind them. But if they're blitzing, it really doesn't make a difference anyway, and all you're doing is slowing down the throw.
Forsett is back deep to receive.
Boom! This defense will stop him for sure.
It's 1st and 10. Hammered in the backfield by Jordan. Might have an injury down on the field.
This defense might work.
It's 1st and 10. It's broken up by the defender. Butler was his intended target.
You should stop him with this play.
And that run gets them the first down. Nice job.
Yeah, really not much the defense could do there. The backside really blocked down. They came around to the play side with those big offensive linemen. That one looked easy.
First and goal.
Everybody knows it, but a tough running game will help your passing attack be even more effective.
They go to their hurry-up offense. And he just throws this one out of bounds. Touchdown, Seattle.
And that's classic Matt Hasselbeck right there. When you play against him, doesn't matter where he's looking. Forget about that with Matt Hasselbeck. He will not lead you to where he wants to throw the ball.
And he adds the point after. Mare looks ready to send it deep. He got all of this one, a high, deep kick. Hobbs fields it at the 1.
Just a few first downs down, you can run out the clock. Everybody in the stadium's thinking run. That's why I'd be thinking pass right here.
Ball on the 38-yard line. And looking right. He lets it go. Jackson was the intended receiver.
Pass it to your halfback, but make sure he doesn't get tackled inbounds.
A nice pickup of 8 yards.
Before you snap it here, see if you can make him jump. That'll give you a first down.
Running out of time.
Wow, did you see the shot he took on that one? This guy's a tough guy, but if you keep taking shots like that, you better have somebody in the bullpen warming up.
Forsett back deep to return. And calls for the fair catch.
Try this defense here.
Look out, heavy pressure on him.
Well, it's becoming pretty obvious at this point that they're having trouble blocking this defensive line. Now you really don't have a choice. You have to go to more 3- and 5-step drops, get that ball out of there quickly.
And as we head to halftime, the score is 24. Akers gets set to kick it away. It's a long, high kick. Forsett fields it at the 7.
A smart coach would call this one.
It's 1st and 10. The catch is made at the 50.
Speed is what this game's all about. Do you have somebody who can create this kind of offense with his speed? And maybe defensively, do you have anybody out there that has a chance against him?
The catch is made. Branch Johnson gains about 5 yards on the play.
And the tight end in this offense is such an important element. They want to get him the football in key situations, and he just lost sight of that one.
And he makes it. Murray looks ready to send it deep. He kicks it high and long.
Use some motion to throw off the defense. Don't let him get too comfortable.
First down, 10 to go. He fumbles it. Picks it up.
Every once in a while, you just have to have a little luck, and they're lucky to get that one back.
Second and long situation coming up here. He avoids the rush by stepping up into the pocket. And the pass falls incomplete. Cooper was the intended receiver.
Go for the long pass. See if you can beat him deep.
At the 30.
Jay Cutler proving once again that when you talk about arm strength, you certainly have to keep his name right there at the very top of the list.
And he drops the short pick. Jackson was his intended target.
Keep the defense guessing. Don't forget to use misdirection and play action to keep them off balance on passing down.
Great job there getting to the quarterback. The defense went with the bull rush and just manhandled this offensive line. They've got to be more stout. They've got to be able to hold up in protection.
Oh, and he has it go right through his hands.
And that receiver is going to face his head coach and quarterback as he trots off towards the sideline. That was an ugly drop.
Forsett awaiting the return. Signals for the fair catch.
Heck, this is a good one to call.
First down and 10. It is an incomplete pass. Butler was the intended receiver. Under heavy pressure.
Really impressive performance so far by this defense, and I thought coming in they had a good chance to get pressure. I'm not sure I even anticipated this kind of pressure, though.
The catch is made.
Our coaches used to joke with us on those third and long calls, basically saying, anybody have any ideas? But when you pick one up as an offense, it really gives you a lift. Now, the defense really sold out on the run that time. I was hoping I would see a quarterback audible there because the defense was showing they were going to play the run. They did play the run, and obviously the quarterback didn't make the right call.
He didn't get back to the line.
Screen passes like that are real confidence builders for the quarterback. They get a completion, a nice little gain, and they know they're not going to get hit. And the pass falls incomplete. Branch
was the intended receiver on the play. Jackson is back, awaiting the punt.
Send your receivers deep, set your feet, and heave the ball out there.
Ball on the 46-yard line. Here comes the heat. Steps up in the pocket to get away from a defender. The catch is made at the 40.
Savvy little move that time by the receiver to pick up the first down.
Big hit there to bring him down.
You have to keep the defense honest by mixing those runs and passes.
2nd down and 7. And gets brought down hard.
Well, they might not be breaking off any big gains, but you can see those offensive linemen still working hard down there.
It's a 3rd and 5 situation. Running out of time.
Man, those defensive linemen just keep getting quicker and quicker. The quarterback had no chance whatsoever there. At least he was able to hold on to the ball.
The kick is no good.
This play might work.
Misses the receiver, and it's incomplete. White was his intended target.
This is a good defense to call.
Look out, heavy pressure on him. How about that pass?
You should stop him with this play.
1st down and 10. Throws it away. 2nd down coming up after the incomplete pass.
Boom! This defense will stop him for sure.
The ball on the 49-yard line.
Well, you can't have a good running attack without good blocking, but blocking sometimes isn't enough. It takes a back with a little creativity, and we saw it right there.
Sheds the tackle. That was a great hit. He wasn't getting away from that one.
I really thought the offensive line did a pretty good job picking up the blitz that time, but you could see the running back using his speed and quickness to get away. Good job by the back. Nice throw by the quarterback that time, and this offense keeps this drive alive. 3 first downs now on this one.
1st down, 10 to go.
You have to keep the defense honest by mixing those runs and passes.
Hit and drop behind the line.
Just keep hanging with that run. You know sooner or later the defense is going to make a mistake and allow a big one to break into the end zone.
It's 3rd down, 10 yards for 1st. Jump ball in the end zone. The pass falls incomplete. Carlson was his intended target. It's up and it's good. Murray gets set to kick it away. He kicks it high and long. Hobbs fields the ball at the 5.
Still pretty early in the game, but it's been so even. We'll have to see if anybody can take control of it on this drive.
First down and 10. He loses the football. The Eagles recovers the loose ball. Hill might have been injured on that one. They're facing 2nd and 3 now. Pump fake. He's going deep downfield. He avoids the rush by stepping up into the pocket.
Tell your line to protect here. Tell your line to protect every play, not just here. You need to get some time back there and let someone get open.
And he just throws this one out of bounds. 2nd down for the offense after that incomplete pass. So they'll face a 2nd and 10. The catch is made. Jackson picks up about maybe 4 yards with the catch. Now they'll face a 3rd and 6 situation.
Punt it away.
Forsett will be the return man. And calls for the fair catch.
Call this defense here.
Under heavy pressure, the catch is made. Samuel makes the stop at the 30.
Give this defense a shot.
It's 2nd down and 6.
Well, they might not be breaking off any big gains, but you can see those offensive linemen still working hard down there.
It's a 3rd and 5 situation. He's got room on the right side. He didn't get back to the line. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. The Eagles, 24. The Seahawks, 23. Jackson is the deep man awaiting the return. Takes it at the 28. Leg still turning. They drop the runner at the 34-yard line.
If you don't like what you see with the defense, you can always audible into something else.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
As a back, you're constantly trying to find that cutback lane, but they had every single backside gap covered. Nowhere to go for the back on that one.
It's a gain of 8.
See if you can't get the first down in the air.
Ball on the 47. At the 30.
Drop back like you're passing and give it to your back on the draw.
It's 1st and 10. McCoy picks up 2 yards with the carry. Gets maybe a couple.
You need a nice pickup here. Make sure he's deep enough before you throw it.
Pump fake. He's looking deep. The catch is made. Knocked out of bounds at the 7.
Very nice start to the drive. 3 first downs and a pretty ball thrown that time by the quarterback.
7 yards for the touchdown. Going for the end zone. He's in. Touchdown. He's in for the touchdown. Oh, my goodness, what a game.
Well, I don't know how you forget about somebody that size, but when you have that kind of athleticism and a big body, how do you stop it?
Point after is good. Akers looks ready to send it deep. He got all of this one, a high, deep kick. Forsett from the 3-yard line.
They have time to get this done here. And I always thought it was a great situation for an offense because defenses tend to play a little more cautious here. Gives you a chance to get some momentum on your side.
White picks up a yard on the play.
This play might work.
So they'll face a 2nd and 10. The catch is made.
This is going to be one incredible finish to this game. Here it is, all on the line. They've been playing all day, and it comes down to this to see who's going to come out on top.
Rolls to his right. Here comes the heat at the 40. Bradley makes the stop.
Boom! This defense will stop him for sure.
1st down and 10. He didn't get back to the line. Nothing doing on that play.
Heck, this is a good one to call.
2nd and long situation coming up here. He drops the ball.
I've heard announcers say before that receivers love it when it's rainy out because they have the advantage running the routes. I can tell you that's a lie. It is hard to catch that football.
Running out of time. Oh, and he has it go right through his hands.
And that receiver is going to face his head coach and quarterback as he trots off towards the sideline. That was an ugly drop.
Jackson is back deep to return. It goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Wow. McCoy gets 6 yards on the play.
Don't let those guys intimidate you. Run it down the foot.
The defense was just all over that. I have to think offensively they were concerned that maybe they were going to get blitz in that situation, try and pop one in there. But you call that and it fails. It looks bad in that spot.
It's loose. Scoops it, and he's still on his feet. He's in for the score.
And that really changes the complexion of this game. First, you're down 2 scores. Now you're down 1 score. And you could just feel the excitement level on that sideline after that play.
It looks like they will go for 2. And it's a fumble. Well, that was the right move, but they just couldn't get it in the end zone. Murray gets set to kick it away. It's a long, high kick. Hobbs fields it at the 11.
It's just a one-possession game, so now you'll see this offense go into their 4-minute offense. Basically now, their job is to eat up the rest of the clock and win the football game.
Hit and drop behind the line. Back to the line, but nothing more.
Run it up the gut and keep that clock moving.
Second and long situation coming up here. Seven yards.
Time to give it to your halfback. Tell him to look for a hole to open up inside. All you need to do here is run some clock. Run the football up the middle.
Third down and 4 yards. McCoy gets 6 yards on the play.
Keep this to the inside. You just need to run that clock down.
It's 1st and 10. That's a 2-yard gain.
Get this one to your halfback and let him drive it in the middle. Milk this drive for all it's worth.
Not much there. Maybe picked up a yard. What about that play call?
Well, as an offense, the last thing in the world you wanted here was to have to punt the football away. And here, clearly, they're going to have to. And now it's going to be up to the defense to try and win this one.
Forsett is returning. Signals for the fair catch.
This is a good one to call.
The catch is made. Gains 9.
You know, there's really no doubting this quarterback's physical skills. Sometimes he struggles with his mechanics or accuracy, but I don't think that there's really any issue. This guy has the ability to be an elite quarterback.
So the ball on the 29-yard line. The catch is made.
But you never know it if you were watching the quarterback. He stood in there strong, completely relaxed, and made that defense pay that time.
Going no huddle here. It's almost picked off. Number 84 was the intended receiver on the play. Misses the receiver, and it's incomplete. Butler was the intended receiver.
This is a good one to call.
It's a 4th down and 3 yards to go. Look out, heavy pressure on him.
You gotta be kidding me. You can't keep letting your big money quarterback get hit like that. He's going to be out of the game. That's one of those situations the quarterback gets back in the huddle and he starts looking around at the guys like, you want to earn your paycheck today?
And he'll just kneel it here.
You don't want to take any chances in this situation. Just take a knee and let the clock run out.
Our final score is the